Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Artist Showcase series. I'm your host, as usual, Thomas Greco, here on Pacific Northwest Radio. Today we have local singer-songwriter Geoff Gibbons on the show. His music, in my humble opinion, fuses roots, Americana, tinges of some country, and I hear some pop in there. That's just what I hear, that's just me. His lyrics and stories are all very expressive and incredibly engaging. I listened over and over again and just love them. His latest record is called Buffalo Hotel. It's a must-get. You've got to get out there and grab that thing. So let's say hello to our new friend, Mr. Geoff Gibbons. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing well. Thanks, Thomas.
Oh, I'm glad to have you here. So you are a local. You've been in this part of the world for pretty much most of your life, but you have bounced around a bit, have you not?
Born in Vancouver, Grace Hospital, way back in the day.
I remember that place.
And, yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah.
And my parents lived on the North Shore and West Van at the time, and then we moved away to England and were there for a little while, came back to the North Shore, moved away to Boston for about 3 years, and then came back and then spent the rest of my school years on the North Shore. Deep Cove.
Deep Cove.
Yeah.
I love Deep Cove. That's a great place.
It's lovely.
Let's get into the music here. One of your tracks off of Buffalo Hotel, Lonesome Angel. Let's get a little description of that, if you wouldn't mind, sir.
Well, Lonesome Angel came to me after I heard the story of a young singer-songwriter named Taylor Mitchell. She was a 19-year-old songwriter from the Toronto area, and she went on her first road trip to the East Coast. And unfortunately, she went for a walk and was attacked by coyotes, and she died.
Wow.
And I had heard her music, and I was really captivated. I thought that she would become a Canadian star. I thought she was fabulous. Mm-hmm. And the story always really got to me, and this song was developed out of that song about somebody who'd lost their life way too soon. It had so much potential. And so it's called Lonesome Angel.
Well, that's a sad story.
Yeah.
But, let's just run into that song right now. So, folks, this is Geoff Gibbons with his song, Lonesome Angel.
Born to haunted lullabies that tangle with the clouds. From the house of angels, her words came pouring down. 6 strings and ancient things, weaving dark refrains, songs like velvet arrows, falling somber rain. Deep river melody that shivers on the skin, made you long to be her song in places that she'd been. Rusty hues and faded blues that paint old rugged towns. Hazy memories float like eider-down. Summer in the shadows of a midnight road, she's strumming on a blue guitar, singing the last heartbroken song. Summer in the middle of a midnight sky, she's watching from a borrowed star. Lonesome angel, you don't belong. I think they got it wrong. The world was a radio spinning in her hands, poems on her fingertips, dreams of distant lands, wandering the stories in ever-changing layers, sipping solitudes of all your secret prayers. Summer in the shadows of a midnight road, she's strumming on a blue guitar, singing the last heartbroken song. Summer in the middle of a midnight sky, she's watching from a borrowed star. Lonesome angel, you don't belong. I think they stole your song. Some are born against the ropes and some know them by heart. Some are out there shooting blanks and others shooting stars. From the house of angels, she waits in a golden cage, dropping memories with the summer rain. Summer in the shadows of a midnight road, she's strumming on a blue guitar, singing the last heartbroken song. Summer in the middle of a midnight sky, she's watching from a borrowed star. Lonesome angel, oh angel, lonesome angel, you don't belong. I think they got it wrong.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. So let's get into a question here. Tell us about your musical journey so far, say from youngsterhood to adulthood now. You know, what inspired you back then to get going, and, you know, what keeps you inspired now?
Well, my mom was she played piano. She was a teacher, and we used to listen to piano. She would play us to sleep when we were little kids, and music in the house a fair bit. And as I grew up, she noticed that I had an affinity for music.
Okay.
And she wanted to get me involved in choir, so she took me to an audition of the BC Boys Choir.
All right.
And I auditioned and became one of the young sopranos. Oh. Actually, they brought me in for the following year because I was too young. I think I was 8 at the time, and then I was 9 when I joined the choir. We toured Europe. We made records. We did all kinds of things. I became the soprano soloist, and so then I was kind of ensconced in music. I played clarinet in the band, and I did in school band. I did that for a couple of years, but then teenage pursuits led me to the guitar.
Yeah, for sure.
Clarinet, as lovely as it was, just not cool enough at that age. So I started playing guitar, and I met a few friends in high school. Jack Guppy from the Barney Bentall Band, and Joe Stanton, fabulous guitar player. We were all in a band together, and we toured and we graduated, and then we basically got right on the road on tour, rented a bread truck and drove around BC and Alberta. And from there, I'd won a talent contest. I won some money, and I went to Australia with the money. I won money. Wow. I had a choice between a Ford Fiesta car or the money that it was. It was a few $1,000. And down in Australia, I brought a friend of mine down, and the two of us formed a duo called Silverload. Mm-hmm. And we came back and we made a couple of records here in Vancouver, and did pretty well on radio.
Yeah,
and
I remember.
So Silverload was kind of it gave us a lot of opportunity. We did a lot of TV, we did a lot of concerts and shows. But from then, we had a lot of opportunity that never panned out. And I eventually went off on my own. My friend went into business, and I started making CDs. And so I had my first solo CD back in the 90s, and then I've just kept writing and creating music, and I've done a soundtrack, and this Buffalo Hotel is my 5th solo CD. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of the journey.
Fantastic.
I'm sure there's a few other things that happen in there, but let's not go on forever.
Well, we could if we had more time, but that's a great story. I love that. Well, it's a great fact. I guess there was no real story involved.
In there.
Yeah.
That's my Wikipedia.
Geoff Gibbons Wiki. So the next song we're going to play, another one from Buffalo Hotel, is Me and Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
That is about?
This song has kind of an interesting background. Is when I was 14 years old, my dad had a friend who was a songwriter, and I was trying to write my first songs, Ooh Baby Baby, and You're So Groovy and whatever. And
those are good themes.
Yeah, great themes. Yeah. They're still good today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
They will get you enough money to get that fragrance line you're talking about.
I'm thinking I'm going to write that. So Ooh Baby, what?
We decided it's all about the fragrance these days, not the music, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So David Jennison was a fabulous songwriter in a group called the Burner Boys, and he came. My dad had asked him to come over and help me kind of form a song because I wasn't writing all that well. And my dad was a professor at SFU, and David was a wonderful guy and a great songwriter, and he'd kind of helped me form a few ideas, but he had a lyric. And he said, well, here's a lyric. I started this morning. Why don't you finish it? And that was a long time ago. That's like 35, 40 years ago. Mm-hmm. And when I started this album, the lyrics he'd given me were me and Buffalo Bill, and I'd written a verse for it. He had written a verse for it, and I remembered the verse. And I wrote it down, and I thought, I'm going to finish this song. And I finished it, and it became this tune that's on the record. So the original idea came from David, many years ago, and this was the finished version of it.
Fantastic. Well, here it is, folks. Geoff Gibbons' song, "Me and Buffalo Bill."
This radio's confusing me. My beer just makes me cold. Ain't got no tickets for the train. I guess she was just using me. Man, it makes you old. I hope this waitress don't know tears from rain. So come on, Bill, good old Buffalo Bill. Break on through the rain, I know you're out there still. And hand me down my rifle, 'cause we got some ghosts to kill. We gonna ride, yeah, me and Buffalo Bill. I fell into her river like a fool without a rope. Her dark waters carried me all this way. I wound up in this old hotel, half drowned and out of hope. I hope this waitress knows I ain't got nothing left to pay. Oh, hey. So come on, Bill, good old Buffalo Bill. Break on through the rain, I know you're out there still. And hand me down my rifle, 'cause we got some ghosts to kill. We gonna ride here, me and Buffalo Bill. Oh, when that dealer is dealing, only losing hands. When the deck is stacked against you and there's a hole in every plan, oh, then you gotta just cut loose and find something that's free. Oh yes, and run off with the circus like Bill and me. Oh, but this radio's confusing me. Some sad old Dylan song. There must be redemption past this rain. Or coming across that skyline, old Bill, he won't be long. I think this waitress knows I best be on my way. Oh, hey, now come on, Bill, the good old Buffalo Bill. Break on through the rain, I know you're out there still. Oh, hand me down my rifle, 'cause we got some ghosts to kill. We gonna ride, yeah, me and Buffalo Bill. I'll tell the Buffalo Bill. I'm waiting for you to come across that hill.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That was great. Do you write mainly on acoustic guitar?
I write mainly on acoustic guitar. Yeah, a little on piano, but I just always wish I was a better piano player than I am.
That I feel.
A bit of a tinkler.
Yeah, I have one, and it's a dust collector. I wanted to ask you, when listening to music that you enjoy from others, what do you find you gravitate towards first in the song? Is it going to be the Dick Clark beat, or is it going to be, say, the melody, or do you wait for the lyrics, or is it just a combination? I get a different answer from everyone.
Yeah, I would say that it has to be melody. I'm drawn to melody first, and then if the lyric is clever with the melody, I'm drawn further. But melody is going to, take a song like "Wouldn't It Be Nice" by the Beach Boys. I mean, the lyrics are fun California teenage lyrics, but the melody in the song is so effing fabulous.
It's immediate.
That it's there. I mean, it's the melody carries the lyric, and all of a sudden the lyrics are brilliant because those two things have come together. There's a lot of incredible poetry written by people like, artists like Farron and Dylan and whose melodies maybe not the strongest melodies, but the way the lyric carries the melody, then the two come together. It's kind of it's how those two things meld together for me. I'm less drawn to beat and rhythm. I'm more drawn to melody and lyric.
Fair enough. Well, thank you. I do get a different answer from different people, depending on, I don't like to use the term genre, but we do have our genres. And I do get, if it's somebody who's a little more urban and hip-hoppy,
right.
You know what I'm getting first?
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, things got to have a beat, right?
Well, it has to start with that, or else, what are we shaking our booties to?
Exactly.
Because we all do that all day, don't we?
Totally. And I'm not going to say that the beat doesn't matter. I just say that it, or for me, it just plays a less significant role on what draws me to a song. And at the end of the day, all those parts have to really come together, don't they, to make a great piece of work.
Like Yesterday, for instance, it's immediate for me. When I first heard that song as a child, my mom had the record, the full-on LP, and when that song came on, not only was I a Paul McCartney fan at birth, but, just listening, Yesterday, and then it was just guitar, and I was like, wow, I'm sticking with this one. It's over? Come on, man.
It's over. Yeah, you're done with that song, that it's going to be a lifelong love from the first two notes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So speaking of another fantastic song, we're going to delve into cover song land.
Oh, yeah.
And fall at your feet. Neil Finn from Crowded House. You chose this because why?
I just think Neil Finn is one of the great songwriters of our generation. I play a lot of his material just because it feels so great to play it. And it's funny, I read an article of Neil being interviewed, and he said he always felt his lyrics were obtuse and hard to understand. And in a way, he doesn't tell as much of a story in his lyrics. He's finding images and saying those lyrics, and he's not, all the pieces come together at the end and to make this whole song. And it's not necessarily that he's trying to make sure this line correlates with that line. It's got to go this way. But at the end of the song, you've got this incredible piece of work.
Yep. I hear that about Neil Finn. Don't Dream It's Over. If you listen to the first verse and then you're listening to that, and I'm like, what? What? Oh, it made sense. Now we're in the chorus, which is how it's supposed to work. But at times too, I found it a little bit obscured. I wasn't exactly sure what was going on until later, and then, like you say, it all made sense. He's really good at doing it that way. He's a unique entity. Could we possibly hear your version of "Fall at Your Feet"? Sir?
Let's do it.
Excellent.
I'm really close tonight, and I feel like I'm moving inside her, lying in the dark, and I think that I'm beginning to know her, and let it go. I'll be there when you call, yeah, whenever I fall. your slow turning pain. You hide it from me now. There's something in the way that you're talking. Words don't sound right, and I hear them all moving inside. You know, I'll be waiting when you call. Yeah, whenever I fall at your feet, to let your tears rain down on me. Whenever I touch your slow turning pain, the finger of blame has turned upon itself. I'm more than willing to offer myself. Do you want my present or need my help? Who knows where that might lead? I fall. Whenever I fall at your feet, to let your tears rain down on me. Whenever I fall, whenever I fall.
Lovely. Yeah. Absolutely lovely. From a guy who really enjoys playing acoustic guitar, you encompass some of that sort of countryish Neil Young kind of little riffy stuff in there that I just love. I just wanted to... Oh, we're going to throw that in there. Yeah, fantastic. I just love that. Good job. And that's a beautiful song. Is that not something?
Oh, yeah, it's a gorgeous tune.
Yeah, it was almost as good as your song.
One of his best. Ooh, well.
There you go. But he does write a lot of really good songs. You know, I was going to ask you something, but I've decided to change it to a question I asked another singer-songwriter earlier, because I think this is a really good question, and I think it'll be really interesting to hear your take. You're in a room with another singer-songwriter. He's got an acoustic guitar just like you, or she, from the past, not necessarily so nouveau. You guys are going to write a song together. Not only who is that going to be, what's that song going to be about?
Like, this is a well-known songwriter?
Yes,
like
if you'd like.
A famous song?
Yeah.
What's
hypothetically.
Wow. Boy. My mind races. You know, for some reason, the first person that comes to my mind is Farron.
Okay.
Because you know, and she's from Vancouver, but she really, to me, I had two Farron albums when I was younger, and I'd still, to this day, I think she's one of the greatest songwriters, you know, of our generation as well.
Wow.
And
fantastic.
and so do many other people like the Rolling Stone and everything else. But I don't know why Farron came to my mind. It's just because, and I know people that play with her too. I hold her up very high, and I you know, what would the song be about?
I know that's tough.
Well, because one of her great songs is called "Ain't Life a Brook," it would have to be something in that genre of folk and heartbreak.
All right,
folk and heartbreak, because you know, Farron was able to deliver a song, is able to deliver a song that just completely tells your story, and you don't even know why she's telling your story when it's her story. But that to me is the ultimate in songwriting, when you're telling other people's story through your story, and they're resonating with you about what you're saying, and then it becomes their song, and it doesn't belong to you anymore.
Fantastic.
And because that's where it's at. That's what we're all trying to achieve.
Pretty much.
That people can take your song and say, that's my song. Take it home and it belongs to them. You know, so because Farron did that for me, I would think I would say let's do it with Farron. And you know what? God, I mean, there's so many.
There is.
You know,
it's
so
a tough
many.
question.
Graham Parsons. I mean, the Eagles. You know, so many groups from the era I could think of that would flow. As I'm driving home, I'd go, "Oh, what about that guy? And that girl, and that." You know.
So there is a little bit of Eagles in your back pocket, isn't there?
Absolutely. Because when the Eagles came out, I was a small lad, and when I heard pedal steel in rock music for the first time, I just basically, I knew what I wanted out of life. And that was long-haired, folky rock country music. I mean, all together, SoCal, Desert, Poco, Graham Parsons, the Almonds, Southern Rock. I mean, I've said this before in interviews, is like, I didn't know anything about the South when I was a kid.
No.
But there was something I sure was drawn to.
No, you're right. I mean, as a child, I really liked the heavier of rock. But for some reason, I was really drawn towards Eagles music.
Yeah.
A peaceful, easy feeling for a kid who's like 8.
Yes.
Didn't make a lot of sense.
No.
But my mom would crank the radio in the car in the old Oldsmobile Cutlass, knowing that, oh, Tommy likes that song.
Yeah.
You know, I'd listen to that, like, what an amazing song. I'm feeling peaceful, and I guess things are pretty easy right now. I am in the back seat, and I'm a kid paying no bills.
Yeah, and isn't that amazing that guys would put together music that would attract you into heavier music, but it didn't matter because you were attracted to great song. You were to a great song.
Yeah. Oh, well, they certainly had enough of them.
Yeah.
Speaking of great songs, we're going to stick in cover song land, and we're going to go to let's do you want to do an Allman Brothers song?
Yeah.
You want to do their great song Melissa?
Yeah, I was thinking, what the heck?
Yeah, is there a reason why you chose that one besides the fact that it is amazing?
Well, because I guess that Southern rock vibe, it just kind of came to me when we were talking what songs you want to do. I mean, yeah, I could do lots of originals, but you know, these cover songs also play a huge role in creating who we are as writers. And so to pay homage to them, I mean, yes, you know, so a friend of mine that a lot of us out here know, named Robbie Steiniger, introduced me to the Almonds when I was 14. And he said, listen to this, kid. And I got into the Allman Brothers, and they molded part of, you know, what I love about music. So
that's a good mold.
And it was, God. And so Melissa was one of those tunes, you know?
So sad about the passing of Greg Allman lately.
Yeah.
That was too bad.
And both those brothers are gone now, but music will live on.
You know, interesting story, though, just a quick one. I remember recently seeing a YouTube video of Eric Clapton. He's driving down the highway. He's in the States somewhere. It could have been, you know, something as south as Georgia. And he hears an Allman Brothers tune, I do believe. No, he heard a cover song of a soulful black American artist who had this really great guitar playing. So he phones the record label to ask who it is, and it's Duane Allman. Hence what they put together.
Yeah.
Just a little tangent. I'd love to hear you say, or play Melissa, sir.
Right on.
You can say Melissa.
And I was just in Muscle Shoals with Rob Becker and Jay Bittner about 2 years. Well, I guess we're 2 years ago now, you know, and right there at Muscle Shoals Sound, where Duane slept in Studio B. Actually, they made him sleep in his car for a long time because Rick Hall, you know, was this is up fame because Rick Hall, you know, didn't want any hippies in the studio. He was just another hippie, but he wanted to be in the band so much that he slept out in the car, and then they felt bad for him, so they let him sleep in Studio B. And so we were standing there in Studio B where they formed the Allman Brothers. You know, I think Butch Trucks and a few of the other guys right in that room. So we're standing in this room.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I could feel it.
That's amazing.
Crossroads seem to come and go. Oh yeah. The gypsy flies from coast to coast, known many love and done, brave and sorrow have fun. But back home he'll always run to sweet Melissa. Oh yeah. Freight train, each car looks the same, all same. And no one knows a gypsy's name. No one hears his lonely sighs. There are no blankets where he lies. And all his deepest dreams a gypsy flies with sweet Melissa. Oh yeah. Again the morning's come, again it's on the run. Sunbeam shining through his hair, appearing not to have care. So pick up your dreams and gypsy, roll on, roll on. Crossroads, will you ever let him go? Or will you hide the dead man's ghost? Or will it lie beneath the clay? Or will a spirit float away? But I know you'll never stay without Melissa. But I know you'll never stay without Melissa. Yeah. Yeah, crossroads. Will you ever let him go?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That was gorgeous. Absolutely marvelous, sir. Oh, you're more than welcome. So, Senior Geoff, what is going to be going on up until Christmas and into the new year for you?
Well, we're actively promoting Buffalo Hotel.
Which I'm looking at right now.
Know what you? Yeah. So there's I'm just starting to pick up U.S. radio right now. So
Great.
We've got we are a medium heavy rotation on about 10 stations in the U.S., ranging from Alaska and Arizona, Connecticut, Maine, and Missouri.
Wow.
And so we got some stuff going on, and that promotion is actively rolling ahead for the next 3 months. And also and media promo as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been getting some really nice write-ups in Huffington Post, For Folks' Sake, Substream, and Indie Source. And so really excited about that stuff, getting some nice press. It's all about, like what we were talking about earlier, Thomas, it's about getting the people to hear the music, so hopefully you can share these ideas and people can take them home and make them their own, and that's so that we can continue what we do, right?
Exactly, sir. Your stuff, any of your releases, including Buffalo Hotel, which I'm looking at right now, the cover is absolutely great. That is just fantastic. I love that. And Sheldon and I were remarking earlier at how side 1 is first floor and side 2 is second floor.
That's the hotel.
There you go, buddy.
Check into the hotel.
That is fantastic. Yeah. So people can go to geoffgibbons.com to purchase. They can go through iTunes. Anything else?
CD Baby.
CD Baby as well?
CD Baby is an easy place to get it as well.
Fantastic. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here today.
Pleasure all mine.
And we want to thank you so much. And we definitely have to get you back on here again sometime and check in on how things went.
Anytime.
Absolutely. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in again. I'm Thomas Greco here at the Artist Showcase series on Pacific Northwest Radio. It's been great having you. Geoff was amazing. Geoff Gibbons, geoffgibbons.com. Go there, get his stuff. Have a great day, folks.